Welcome to the project demonstration of underground cable fault detection and alerting through the IoT. So here we are going to transmitting the power through these cables. This underground cable purpose we are representing them as a R, Y, B, and this is the receiving section. So whenever the short is occurred, so here we are implementing one fault, that is R phase, Y phase, B phase individually, like line to neutral fault, because it's underground cables. So whenever the fault is occurring, based on the resistance values, we are going to measuring the voltage, and by measuring the voltage values we are going to calculate the and calibrate the distance, and it will be displayed on the LCD, as well as we'll send the information through this IoT ESP8266 module to the phone app. So before executing this project, we need to do some initial steps. So first of all, we need to install the network analyzer app. So this is the network analyzer app, and also we need to install the Juice SSH app. So this is the Juice SSH app, and after installing these two applications from the Play Store, then enable the hotspot with the name of project 4347 without any space and no capital letters, and after that keep the password as 12345678, and after this enable the hotspot, no need of data, and then switch on the power supply to the project. So once we provide the power supply, so there will be a welcome message on the screen, and so the Wi-Fi module will be connected to this hotspot enabled mobile phone automatically. So as we can see that one mobile phone device connected to this, so we can see that one device is connected, and then go to network analyzer app in order to get the IP address of our project kit. So scan, so you can see the one is mobile phone name and another is ESP. So note down this 192.168.50.63. So just note down the IP address and go to Juice SSH, and now manage connections, and then click on add, and here no need of enter the name. Here telnet, first change, type is telnet, and address is 192.168.50 and 63.63, and next change is 8080. These three changes are very important: type, telnet, address, and a port number. So these three are very important. Then after click OK, and now we'll get that. So already the kit got on and is connected, so you can see that. So this status will be displayed on the phone, so like this. If it is showing trying to connect only one line without showing connected, then we need to do this all these steps from starting onwards. So as we can see that on LCD display, so we can get the same information like status is no fault, okay, and same thing will be appearing here. So if I make the R phase fault at this section, so on the mobile phone we can see that, so R phase fault at 1 kilometer of distance from the starting onwards, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers. So if this was rectified, and after that if we make another fault, so then it will be indicated as a 2 kilometers fault. Same thing will be displayed on the LCD screen also, R phase fault at 2 kilometers. So in the same manner, R phase fault at 3 kilometers also, it will be appearing when we make the short connection, okay. So like in the same manner, Y phase, yeah, right, and next B phase, yeah, B phase, and after rectified, so there is no fault status will be displayed, and this is the B phase. So like this, the total system will calculate the distance of in 3 different locations with 3 different phases will be displayed on the LCD as well as on the mobile phone. So coming to the circuit explanation, so here directly we are providing 5 volts power supply directly from the adapter. This is the on-off switch. So once we switch on that, the microcontroller will get the 5 volts power supply through this capacitor. The capacitor purpose is there any power fluctuations occurred in while running the code, because of the Wi-Fi module will take the more power. When the power drawn more, then we need to stabilize the voltage. For that purpose we are using the capacitor, and there is a reset switch in order to reset the switch, so nothing will happen, only the controller will come from starting onwards. So this is the R phase, Y phase, B phase, 1, 2, 3 kilometers respectively directly. So these are getting the 5 volts power supply. Why? Because when we are providing the 230 volts, from there we are going to using the regulator power supply, we will provide the 5 volts power supply, and it will be given through this potential divider resistors in order to measure the voltage drops whenever the short circuit is occurred. And after that, the output will be given to the PIC microcontroller A0, A1, A2, because of those 3 are analog input pins from the microcontroller, because the PIC microcontroller has an inbuilt ADC, and there we are going to measure the analog voltage, and the respective data will be analyzed by this PIC microcontroller program, and with help of crystal oscillator we are going to provide the 20 megahertz of crystal oscillating frequency. It will execute step by step instruction set, and this red light is a power relay indication and a green light is program relay indication. And after that, by analyzing this data, it will display the LCD, it will display the data on LCD. That 16:2 LCD is connected at B2 to B7, and the Wi-Fi module is connected to B0, B1 pins of the PIC microcontroller, and remaining 2 are plus minus. So here the total connections, like inputs are A0, A1, A2, outputs are B2 to B7 and B0, B1 for the Wi-Fi module. So this is the whole circuitry explanation. Okay, thank you for watching demo.